I'm really pleased to have our former governor and now President of Purdue here to testify. We in Indiana don't like to go into debt. We don't like to raise taxes. Governor Daniels found a way to address the issue of repairing and building roads in Indiana and repairing and building bridges in Indiana without having to do either one of those. The purpose of our hearing is how we can address issues that would incorporate the private sector into helping us advance transportation improvements. Public-private partnerships, or P3s as they're called, get the private sector off the sidelines and put new resources to meet our growing transportation needs. And it also accelerates the process of addressing these needs. Obviously, P3s won't solve all of our infrastructure problems, but they can play an important role. And so I'm pleased here to introduce Governor Daniels to talk about major P3 success in my home state of Indiana that demonstrates the benefits offered by such partnerships. After his election in 2004, Governor Daniels tasked his cabinet to find a way to fund the hundreds of roads and bridge projects that had been promised to Hoosiers for years but not accomplished. They needed a solution that did not involve raising taxes or taking on more debt, and they began exploring the feasibility of leasing the Indiana Toll Road to a private entity. After a bidding process involving 11 proposals, a 75-year lease concession was awarded to a private consortium for a single lump sum payment of $3.8 billion. That figure is nearly 4 times the yearly allocation that Indiana receives from the federal highway programs under MAP 21. Governor Daniels used the proceeds from the lease to fund a large number of highway construction and preservation projects under his monumental Major Moves initiative. Major Moves fully funded the state's 10-year transportation plan, including 65 roadway projects and 720 bridges rehabilitated or replaced by 2012. Major Moves accelerated critical projects throughout the state, such as Interstate 69, the Hoosier Heartland Highway, US 31 from Indianapolis to South Bend, Fort to Port, and the Ohio River bridges. In addition, the 7 counties through which the toll road ran received payments of between $15 and $40 million for local transportation projects. The 75-year lease that Governor Daniels secured was an extraordinary accomplishment with spectacular results for our transportation system. This is just one example of many of Governor Daniels' visionary moves for the state of Indiana during his tenure. During that tenure, Indiana went from a bankruptcy situation to a AAA credit rating. He led the nation in infrastructure building and passed sweeping education reforms, as well as the nation's first statewide school choice voucher program. Governor Daniels is currently the 12th president of Purdue University. He has gone forward with his vision to prioritize affordability and student success. He froze tuition hikes and has committed to maintain that freeze for 4 years. He has called for greater accountability in higher education, and in recognition of that and his leadership both as a governor and now as a university president, he's named among the top 50 world leaders by Fortune magazine just recently. His public service, Mr. Chairman, as you have acknowledged, included starting his engagement in public service with Senator Lugar, went on to be senior advisor to President Reagan, and then director of the Office of Management and Budget under President George W. Bush. I would like to welcome Governor Daniels to the committee, and again, Mr. Chairman, thank you for the opportunity for me to introduce our governor.